And even if I know when things first start, the first time is different. It's difficult. It's something brand new. We have to get people acclimated. But I'm going to be here every single Wednesday. I'm going to be here give for about 30 to 45 minutes just to talk about things that we need to do as members. And this is strictly, well, not strictly, but it's really for the people who are non-supervisors and are looking to get to the levels that, the supervisor and beyond levels. And so it's pretty much what I realized is when I came into this company, how I became successful and how I went from making, I had no money to making, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month was because I was getting training on the weekly, and I was learning new concepts, and I was being able to apply everything, and I was moving alongside people who are looking to do the same thing. Now, what we got away from was actually me giving the training to people like Rhonda and Orlando Smith, that doesn't even come around anymore. All those people, I was giving them training. The Sunday calls were pretty much for the purpose of us learning how to move up the marketing plan and whatnot. So we got away from that. And a lot of our people, our new members come in and they just don't know what to do. They don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to they don't even know what a supervisor level is, yada, 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 all this stuff. So my intentions for this call, I do have notes. Let me take my notes out that I created. My intention for this call is to create a platform to take pressure off of all my members. And it's because I'm in Herb Avengers, I'm the eldest member. I was the first person, obviously, that started. Can anybody hear me? Kylie, can you hear me? I think you might just be. I don't know why you can't hear me. But everybody else can hear me, I think. But when like I said, I'm the eldest. I created the Herb Avengers group. And so the information that I have is information coming directly from, the leadership out here in Southern California, which I am, the only other person that is in California is Holly. She's, goes up and down sometimes. But I'm there. I'm with the leadership in Southern California, which is the leadership of the entire company, the heart of the entire company. And I just want to give you guys the information. But more so, I want to help your members. I want to help you build an organization like I built an organization. That is the intention of this weekly meeting, and that's what I plan to do for you all. Now, I know I have one of my new members on for sure, and I'm going to do this call as if it were all new members on there because it is going to be recorded, so you can send it to your people. But what we want to discuss first and foremost is everybody who ever gets on the call, set an intention on why you're calling in. It's just like if you're going to a meeting, you want to always set an intention on why you decided to click on it in the first place. You don't want to just go into a meeting saying that, I'm just going to this because Steven told me to get on it. Or I'm clicking on this just because it's another meeting and I just want to say that I'm on all the meetings. The most I've ever gotten out of any kind of meeting is when I went into the meeting and I went in with an intention on why I was actually showing up. I wasn't just showing up just to show up. So that's the first thing we always want people to do whenever they first get on is to set an intention. Now, what we want to talk about, being that this is the very first new members call, we want to talk about what we do because a lot of people don't know when they sign a new member up, or when a new member gets signed up, they don't really know what to do after they sign up. I actually just talked to DeAndre about this. He just signed up a new member. So congratulations on your first team member. But what you want to do when you want to sign up a new member, there are a few key things. The very first thing you want to do is you want to go to either your Go Herbalife page and go to the business tab, or you want to go to myherbalife.com, and before you log in, it says become a member. Now, before I go into this, since a lot of you are a couple of you on here are actually supervisors, what I want you to do, if you're listening, and you already know the information, you want to listen to teach the information, because down the road, you want to be able to have your own HOM at your house, or new members training, or whatever you want to call it. But you want to make sure that you know not only the information, how to just like knowing it, but you want to know how to speak to somebody about it, teach it. So, like I said, you want to get them going through the process to become a member. It's really step by step. You can read all the information you want to whenever you do click on the new member information. It just talks about the gold standard. And when people don't know the gold standard is, the Herbalife is allowing you to, if you don't like the company after before the first 90 days, you're able to get a full refund of your membership. You're not binding into anything within the first 90 days. And the reason that they do that is obviously all the stuff that we have going on in the media, that people were thinking that they were getting stuck and trapped. Like, well, you can go back to the gold standard, and it says if you don't like it in the first 3 months, you can get a refund and get your money back. Now, once you do that, this is important. Whenever you sign up a member, or as a member, once you sign up, you always want to go and set up your website right away. Now, what I mean by setting up your website is clicking on, it says customers, Go Herbalife, and once you click in there, you're going to have a screen that has a couple of boxes in there, and then you're going to scroll down, and it's going to say shopping, getting started, and then content, getting started. The content is, and this is for anybody who wants to update what their Go Herbalife looks like. Like when somebody clicks on your page, you click that content button, and it lets you actually modify and edit what content you have on your Go Herbalife page that your clients are going to see. And the other button, which is the most important button, is you click on the shopping, getting started button. Make sure your people know that, because you're going to get people who may have clients right away, and their website is not going to be set up for shopping. So you make sure that they are, setting up their website, and you want to walk, with them through this process so that they're understanding what they're doing. That the tax information, the shipping, and creating their own packages, because that page is super involved. Like, there's a whole lot of things on there that was not on there when I became a member, like combo packages and all that. So somebody can get confused at this stage. So walk them through the stage, walk them all the way through the payment and shipping. Make sure that people know the difference between ProPay and PayPal, and then make sure that whatever you prefer. What I prefer, the option that I prefer, is setting up the auto fulfillment. And I personally have PayPal. I've used ProPay before. The only really thing that's different about ProPay is that it takes 24 hours, I believe it is sometimes, to receive like your commission, for it to be released. And then PayPal is free, but it's a little bit higher of a charge. And they have a little bit different of a policy. They have like I think they call it a buyer's protection and seller's protection. So they have a little bit different things, different qualities. And also ProPay, you have to pay. So some people don't want to do that. So whatever option that works for you and your client, or you and your new member, select the option. And after you have your website set up for shopping, now this is the time that you need to play around on the myherbalife.com. I always suggest going and just clicking on the buttons. This is how I learned how to be successful in the business. I actually just was clicking on all the buttons. I stopped asking questions after I kept getting the answer at myherbalife.com. That was the answer for everything when I had a question. So that is the answer that I would give most people. How much protein is in this, or what flavors do we have for this, and what's in this product, what's in that product. Everything is available there on myherbalife.com, because that's how I learned it. And so that's how we're going to create that culture of everybody else learning it. And then once you do that, social media is really powerful now, and we all have circle of influences. So what you want to do is, whatever your platform is, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you always want to post about you becoming a new member. And the reason we have people post about becoming a new member is so you're introducing yourself to the world as, a health coach. You are letting people know what you're doing. Now, we're not trying to, use social media as our main platform. And this is why you don't want to rely on social media to be like that main platform, because retention gets difficult, and it's difficult to teach somebody how to duplicate what you do on social media. Now, it's good to have that as a tool in the belt, but you don't want to rely on that. You want to know why? Because I've been doing the business now for over 2 years. And whenever I make a post about Herbalife, I have a whole lot of friends on Facebook. And I have like 12,000, 12.5 or something followers on Instagram. And guess who are the people that are always liking my Herbalife posts? 99% of them are already in Herbalife. So who are you really talking to? You're talking to people who they're liking your post because, hey, you're in Herbalife and the post is about Herbalife, so they're going to like it. So you don't want to have that be what you rely on. But people follow your day-to-day life. So the things that you do post, make sure that they have something to do with the healthy, active lifestyle. This goes for everybody. Watch and monitor the things that you post. People may not like it. People may not comment. But people watch. People watch everything from status rants to everything. You have to carry yourself as an upper echelon member when you from day one. I know a lot of us have a lot of personal development to do, a lot of growing to do, but we have to realize that you're in Herbalife now, so you're representing your sponsor, you're representing me, my sponsor, and everybody else from everything that you're doing. So if you are a regular on social media, make sure you're always having something positive to say about the healthy, active lifestyle, or like your company. This is what I would suggest for anybody. Whoever watches this video and whoever's watching it right now, look on Instagram, look on Facebook, find somebody that is successful and do what they're doing. Talk how they're talking. Post how they're posting. I'm telling you, I get way more likes on my pictures and way more shares and stuff when I actually am not posting to post, but I'm intentionally having something to say. I take my time with the words. It may seem like it's long to me, but people read the stuff anyways. And I have people come on to me all the time when I'm at events, and they'll tell me, man, you're consistent. I like your consistency. And you always are speaking from the heart. You're not just, I don't feel like I'm being sold to. So if you just put up a post, lose weight now, ask me how, contact me. What is that? You made no connection. You made no relationship with the person. Make sure everything you do it with intention. I tell people all the time, y'all see what I wrote on my board. I posted it in my supervisor chat. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you don't post, or you don't speak, or you don't put up a picture of the highest quality, and you're just doing it to do it, then that's how you're going to do everything. You're going to be doing the business just to do it. And you're going to be getting paid just like you do that. It's like, half-stepping. So everything you do, no matter how tired you are, no matter how, I had to really tell myself this too. I had to reintroduce this to myself. Because once I start doing something else, immaculating, everything else is done immaculating. Once I take my time and do something, then that's how I do it in every area. So it's a carryover. So how you do anything is how you do everything. So we'll have no half-stepping. So make sure everything, social media is important because whether we like it or not, that's how we connect to everybody. And that's how everybody sees what's going on in the masses. And then once you post about it, because right at this point in time, you don't have your membership or package in the mail yet. So you can't really go over certain things. But the first few days, you are wanting to get people's interest. Now, this is what I'll tell you all: the marketing plan. Everybody on this call should not only know the marketing plan, but they should know how to teach the marketing plan. And I know for the sake of the fact that we do actually have some brand new people that are listening in on the call, we're going to discuss these first 4 steps. Well, we're going to say 4 steps and a side step to the marketing plan. And we have to make sure that the marketing plan is something that is done over and over again, because there's no way that you can possibly get everything right away. And what you really want to focus on is the next level. So this is a quick way on how to do the marketing plan. If you have a whiteboard that you can write on and have people see it, then a visual aid is always preferable. Whenever you get somebody down, you can show them. But, since, for the sake of this being a Zoom call, and I personally, all my whiteboards are like on the wall, so I can't really do that. I'm going to figure that out for next week. I might have to get another one. But this is how we want to do this. And trust me, when you sign a new member up, they want to know how to get paid. That's why they signed up in the first place. They want to earn extra income. So you have to show them how to earn extra income. So we all know the marketing plan, but let's talk. And what I'm going to start doing too is the people that get on the call who are supervisors, I'm going to call on you all to teach the marketing plan. I'll do it first this week, but next week I'll probably call somebody else to teach the marketing plan. Because if you can't teach somebody the marketing plan, you can't teach anybody the business. So whenever you sign up, this is what you let your people know. Whenever you sign up, you get an immediate 25% discount / profit on all your anything going through your website, all sales. You get a 25% discount on all your orders, and every client you get, you're getting 25% of that. Now, how you move past that, because we have 4 different discount levels. We have 25%, 35%, 42%, and 50%. 50% sounds way better than 25%. So we want to show you how to get there. So how you get from 25% to 35% is by accumulating 500 volume points in 1 calendar month. What a calendar month looks like is right now is September 16th. You have until the end of September to do 500 volume points. What a volume point is Herbalife's currency. That's all you have to say. That's Herbalife's currency, because we're in over 90 countries. That's our common currency. That's how we keep track of everything. So every item has an attached volume point. So the more volume points you accrue in a month, the higher up you go in the marketing plan. So you want to accumulate 500 volume points. What that looks like is you ordering your plan and then getting 2 to 3 other people on a full nutrition plan. Maybe if you're doing quick starts, you might have to get a 4th one in there. But for the most part, it's what they call it U+2, sometimes 3. 500 volume points in 1 calendar month, you take your discount from 25% to 35%. The next level of the marketing plan is called qualified producer. Oh, that's that level, that 35% level, by the way, is called senior consultant. The 42% level is called qualified producer. How you get to the level of qualified producer is you have 1 to 3 rolling months to do 2,500 volume points. Now, what a rolling 3 months is, it says September, October, November. You get to those 3 months to accumulate 2,500 volume points. If in November you do not reach the 2,500 volume points, no problem. September just falls off, and you get October, November, December. It's 3 consecutive months that you get to achieve 2,500 volume points. And this position now is very, very crucial, because if somebody hits this level, they're working, because the way that the volume points is set up now to get the supervisor, they actually cut it down. So you can actually skip this step if you're just doing personal consumption and you do it for like 10, 11 months. You can actually potentially skip this step. This is if somebody is qualified producer, you have somebody who's working. You only have 3 months to do 2,500 volume points, so you can teach them. And at this level too, as coaches, we want to start working with our people, showing them how to build a team. And this is what we're going to talk. We're going to talk about this next week. We're going to talk about the process on what we're going to do going forward, as far as plans, as far as 3-day trials, and as far as building levels. Instead of having this whole bunch of frontline clients, we want to have clients bringing us clients. So we'll talk about that next week. But for now, you want to make sure at this qualified producer level that you're going over with the people how to get good clients, but then turn those clients into members. Because you want to start building a team at this qualified producer level, even at senior consultant level, but you really want to start building a team at this qualified producer level. because the next level that you reach is the 50% level, and that is supervisor. How you reach the level of supervisor is 4,000 volume points in 1 to 12 months. So you can do it in the first month, you can do it in the 11th month, if you choose. The choice is up to you. I'll let you guys know. I know people who done it on average 2 to 3 months. I did it in 3 weeks. Choice is yours. Whatever you want to do. So that is what we want to focus on how to get to this 4,000 volume points, and how you're going to build a team that actually is working is to focus on doing 2,000 personally purchased volume points. So that's you and your clients that you personally get. But we want to have 2,000 downline volume points. So that means your team that I told you that you should start bringing with you, a qualified producer, your team is accumulating 2,000 volume points. 2,000, boom, you shoot right to supervisor. But the good thing is you move to supervisor with a team of people who are doing volume. Because guess what happens when you get to the supervisor level? To become what Herbalife considers an active supervisor, and the bare minimum to be an average supervisor is 2,500 volume points. We're not going to give too much recognition and condone to or like power to 2,500 volume points as a supervisor, just because we don't want that to be the standard. But that's a minimum when you get to supervisor. 2,500 volume points. Herbalife is not going to recognize you in nothing if you're not doing 2,500 volume points. And I'm telling you, if you look at the marketing plan step by step, the 2,500 volume points should be easy if you're doing it the right way, if you're bringing people along to do volume with you. 1 month, I'll tell you guys, 1 month I did 26,000 volume points in 1 month, February of 2014. How did I do that? I had Orlando, I had Brittany, I had Will Steele, I had another person, and I had Robert Easterling, all going from the member to senior consultant to qualified producer to supervisor together. And this month was when they hit supervisor. So what happens at this point? All their volume, everybody else who you bring on, all their volume counts towards your volume. So I myself, I did 5,000 personally purchase volume for me and my clients. But then, like Rhonda at that point was doing high volume, but I think she was a supervisor. But like Adrian Sanchez had done like 8,000 volume points. Orlando had done like 3,000 or 4,000 volume points. They were all doing high volume. That's how I got to. That's how you're going to. My check was that month. My check was $7,600 that month. $7,600 that month. That because we had that we were in our cuts and global expansion team, but that's retail money, wholesale, and then the check. So if you want to build a bigger check and you want to not work so hard, you have to get new members and you have to get them here so that they learn what they're supposed to do next. So right now, if you're listening and you're a member, your goal is 500 volume points in September. How are you going to do that? By ordering your own plan and then finding within your circle of influence, family, friends, college teammates, whatever, finding those people and getting them on a nutrition plan. You only got just two. Get two people. Your first month. If you're a senior consultant, focus on doing exactly what you did when you were a member, but do that times 2. Focus on your next step. And this is even for my supervisors and world team members. Focus on doing things together. Focus on the next step. And because our team kind of goes up and down, and I take blame for that if somebody has to, for sure, because the people only do what they see. And if they're not giving a container, if you're not giving a container to to kind of do what you want to do inside of there. People tend to say they're going to do their own thing. They tend to go off, and they tend to, not be a part of the bigger picture. And I'll tell you this. You can sign up at Herbalife and think you're going to do it your own way. But I promise you, I have not seen one person that has remained successful by going against the grain. Not one. I don't know if some of you guys know who like the Pro Lover is, or on Instagram, he's like this really, really famous person that does like the plyometric push-ups and stuff. Beat like boom, 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 beat, boom, doing all the crazy push-ups. He went from active world team to get team to meal team in a matter of 6 months. Active world team to meal team in 6 months. And he was on Facebook boasting about how he's doing it without the help of Garen Jones. He's going to be better than Garen. He's going to be better than all these people. I don't need the Herbal Heroes, all this stuff. And guess what happened to his business? It went away. He had people quit on him left and right. He went from a get team business all the way back, or a millionaire team business all the way back down. Because why? He wasn't plugging in. Now, guess where he do it? He decided to move back to California and get reacquainted with the business and do it the right way. They always come back because you cannot do it without the team. There are people who stop communicating with the team when times get hard. Guess what? When times get hard, this is where you need to be. When are you your happiest? Let's be honest. When are you your happiest? Man, when I'm around my Herbalife family. Everybody's so excited. Somebody's cracking a joke. Somebody got a new result. This is the happiest place in the world to be. Because once you go outside, everybody is negative. Everybody has an opinion on what you're doing. Everything outside of this Herbalife bubble, to me, doesn't matter. So what we truthfully have to focus on is how the heck am I going to stay inside of this Herbalife bubble forever? It keeps you in production, not production with just the business, but production with your everyday life. It gets you focused. Focus on your job if you have a job. Keeps you focused on your clients. Keeps you focused on your own health results. It keeps you focused. So whatever you got to do, make sure you do not leave. I know a lot of people will tell me, I'm like, man, I noticed you haven't been around in a while. What's going on? Oh, man, you know what? I'm just not, I haven't been feeling it lately. Everybody I try to get on says no. I just blah, 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 blah. All the excuses in the world to not be a part of something that's the greatest thing in the world. Because you got your own problems. Guess what? You ain't never going to stop having problems. I don't know a single person that doesn't have some kind of issue that hits them in life. And it's going to keep happening. No matter what it is, how great or small it is, there's always going to be something that happens. You're not going to go through a full month scot-free. But like all the great philosophers will tell you, it's not about what happens, it's about what you do when it happens. And the more you give power to the things that are negatively happening in your life, guess what? It's going to keep on happening. Negative things. So when y'all hear me get on y'all nerves saying everything is no problem, I have to tell myself that. I'm not saying it because I want you to hear it. I'm saying everything is no problem because I have to feel that way. Because if I say it to myself every single day, y'all heard for those who heard the personal development that I was playing before the call started, that's what Style Bell said. He has to tell himself every day in the mirror. In the mirror, you don't have forever. You don't have forever to be successful. You don't have forever to be young. You don't have forever to, just go about the day and not do anything. You don't have forever. So here you have to realize everything is truthfully no problem. Because the more that you give, the more life you give to a problem. Guess what happens when you give something life that lives longer? So any negative thing you have going on in your life, trust me, this is where you want to be. You want to be here with us. Because, well, what are we going to do if you post in a group, hey, guys, I'm not having a good day, blah, blah, whatever it is. You're going to have all this love from everybody. You might get a few phone calls. You never know. So for me, to you, that is my suggestion. Stay plugged in. I know it's a lot of calls. I know it's a lot of Zooms. Guess what? What if does your job right now have weekly calls for you to get better at your job and make more money at your job? Probably not. Just show up when it's time to work, clock in, clock out, get your check. We're not going to teach you how to be the CEO of this company. We're not going to teach you how to be better at this company. But here at Herbalife, guess what? We want everybody to be successful. There's no way that somebody can stand in front of a room and tell me that they make $30,000 a month with Herbalife, and I'm not going to do that. There's no way. My kids deserve it. My family, my mom, everybody deserves it. Because I found something that not too many people get the chance to be a part of. So think about it every day. Oh, just start waking up in the morning, look in the mirror and just say, I don't have forever. Everything is no problem. And then whoop, shoot out. I guarantee your day gets better if you do that every day. I guarantee you won't have problems. So that leads me to the last thing. If you watch the recording or if you're watching right now, we have to get more focused on setting goals. And I ain't talking about the declarations at the beginning of the month. I'm talking about any goal that you ever think about. I want to get back more involved. I want to actually get involved. I want to reach senior consultant. I want to reach qualified producer. I want to reach supervisor. Get acclimated with your goals. Get acquainted with your goals and share them with us. It's scary, but do that. And that's if we're going to have homework, I guess, coming out of this training, is use Herbal Avengers and tell us your goals. What are your goals right now? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you tired of not having a team? My goal is to get 5 new. Listen, I promise you, the universe works in mysteriously crazy ways. I can't even explain it. I feel like some interstellar stuff is going on sometimes. But when I tell myself I'm going to do something, and I really believe I'm going to do it, I almost always do it. I don't know how it happens, but I remember last week I had like 800 volume points because I took a week off doing my competition. I had 800 volume points. Guess what I told myself the whole plane ride and the whole week? I said I'm going to be at 2,000 volume points by next week, by the end of the weekend. I'm going to be at 2,000 volume points. By the 15th, I'm going to be at 2,000 volume points. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to work. I'm going to be 2,000 volume points. Well, the 15 came around. I'm at like 1,800 or volume points from 800. How it happened? I don't know. I got to go check my BizWorks to see what's been going on. But I'm telling myself, tell yourself what you're going to do. Don't tell yourself that you're going to fail. Tell yourself that whatever it is that you're going to do, and do it. It's going to happen. So that's the coming out of here. That is, I guess, your homework, if you want to call it homework. But that's what you want to do. Put your goals in there. What do you want to accomplish by the end of the week and the end of the month? Let us know. So, I don't know how many new people we got on here, but at this point in time, this is where we're going to do questions for the last 5 minutes or so. I don't know if any veteran members have questions, but if you have any questions about anything as a new member or an old member, this is the time to ask a question. And I think we only have like 3 new members on here. Oh, and also with questions, guys, how do I put this? Almost everybody should have questions. And you want to know why? Because I get the question anyways, whether it's a text message or whether it's a Facebook group message or something. I get the question anyways. I ask the question. I ask, anybody got any questions? No. 5 minutes later, hey, but teach me how to get I don't know how to get the active world team. I don't know how to get the global expansion team. Or what do I got to do to get the world team? This is the time to ask. And my thing is, if you're not asking questions at some point, you're not trying to grow. And that is what that is. Can't force nobody. So that being said, I see some new faces that I don't even know. So if anybody has any sort of question right now, feel free to unmute yourself or write in the chat. And if not, I'll talk about what's coming next.
Stephen, I know are you going to go over the promotions? I know there's a lot of new members on the call, but I know we have 3 months for that promotion.
So what Rhonda just asked is about the promotion. We're all going to Utah. Well, at least I'm telling myself I'm going. I see y'all turned up over there. Hey, Kylie. Y'all heard Kylie dropping them bars? Kylie's out there spitting. Oh, that was funny. That was good. I needed that this evening. But so right now we're in September. In October, November, December, we are in qualifications to go on not only a team-wide, but it's like 7 different President's team members are getting together, like the Get Uncomfortable Squad, Invictus, and the Urban Heroes are getting together, and we're going to the world. I don't know if it's the world, but I know it's the largest resort lodge in America, in Utah, at Super Bowl weekend. So talk about the biggest Super Bowl party that you can possibly think of. That's what we're going to have. A couple of 100 people inside of this cabin. If you haven't seen the pictures, you can go to Timber Moose Lodge. That is the place that we're going. Again, Timber Moose Lodge is the place that we're going if you want to look up the pictures. But it's open to everybody who's a supervisor. What do you have to do to get there? You have October, November, and December to accumulate 15,000 volume points. That's an average of 5,000 volume points a month. Or you can do it, 3,000, 7,000, 5,000, however you want to do it, but you accumulate 15,000 volume points in 3 months. Also, in October, November, December, you have to frontline or sign up 3 members. So what that means, you can sign up a member in October, a member in November, and 1 member in December, and you're qualified. Now, here's where the fun comes in. Everybody on this call can go. I'm talking about the person who signed up yesterday to the person who's going to sign up tomorrow. You can go. I know I said you have to be a supervisor, but you don't have to wait 4 months to be a supervisor. I hit supervisor in 3 weeks. 3. Why? Because Garen told me to. That's what he told me to do, so I did it. And he told me no matter what, every day wake up and say you're going to be a supervisor. And it happened. Don't know how it happened. Can't tell you what I did because I don't know. I did some unethical things too, but I just knew I was going to make supervisor in my first month. So I did. So that is the goal for everybody. And if you are thinking 15,000 volume points is too much, then it probably is for you. You want to change your mindset to change your life. I didn't really plan on saying that, but that's just how it came out. If you want to change your life, you have to change how you think about it. I just told y'all I did 26,000 volume points in 1 month. I'm trying to do 15. I'm trying to knock out all 15 in October. I told you, Kylie, Orlando, what's up? Y'all trying to race her and all. Because I got my mojo back. It's about to be on. But guess what? I believe I can do that. Do you believe that you can do it? Everybody on this call, I should see who's this. DeAndre should be going. Jay Lau should be going. Rachel should be going. Kylie and Orlando, they said they're going. Kylie, you supposed to be going. Everybody, Ryan, everybody, Casey, Mariah, Rhonda, everybody, Quan, even you too. You signed up yesterday. You still should be going.
Hey, Steve, I got a question.
And I got an answer.
All right, cool. Okay, so if somebody is not supervisor by next month, can they still, like, if they hit supervisor in the middle of the next month, can they still hit the 15K and sign up 3 people and qualify, or do they have to be supervisor at the beginning of the next month?
You have to, if you hit supervisor, let's just say you hit supervisor in October and you do 2,500 volume points, they will allow you to go. Because it's not a fully qualified supervisor. It's just if your page says supervisor or qualifying supervisor in October, you're qualified to go. Or you're qualified to do your 2,500 to go. So we got time. Anybody else with any questions? Oh, I'm excited about the timber. Man, y'all don't even know. This is going to be the craziest event. I can't even imagine 200-300 people, hella Formula One, hella rebuild, hella tea, no sleep for a whole weekend. I'm excited. I'm excited to qualify first. That's what I'm excited for. But I mean, hey, you shaking your head. we gonna see. So anybody else with any kind of question? We got like 2 minutes before we get out of here. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Just to keep you guys updated to let you all know in case you did not see it, we will have this call every single Wednesday. So the important thing is, if you're getting a new member to sign up, this is a mandatory call. It's not you're not going to, for me personally, I'm going to hold my people to a higher standard. You're not going to sign up if you can't get on, the call or watch the recording. This is a requirement. Guess what? If they don't know that they have the option to watch it or not, then they're going to say, oh, this is a training video. This is what you're supposed to get on. So we're having this every Wednesday. Supervisors, we have a new version. You guys are going to really like it. Family time every Sunday now. And it's not like training. It's going to be completely different. So you guys are going to really like it. So every Sunday now, same time as usual. We'll see. LDW. Who's going to LDW? I know Rachel in Orlando go, Kylie, you going? Hey, turn down Kylie. Hey. She be low-key out here getting it. I'll be seeing you guys. I don't see Rhonda's picture, but I already know she's going. Oh, there it is. Dallas LDW. Whoop. I already knew you was going. This is the last thing that I'll say. This is what every single President's Team member, and for those of you who don't know what President's Team is the top 1% of the company. The average income at President's Team is $22,000 a month. Every President's Team member said this, and Brian put it in just a bold statement. You don't go to events, you don't get people to events, you'll never be President's Team. Period. You don't go to events, you don't plug people in, you'll never be successful in this company. Period. How bad is it for you to go to one event a month? One. I guarantee if your favorite artist was playing in your town every month, you'd be at every single one of them. Every month. So think about this. This right here, this Zoom is an event. Get your people to, you don't have a team right now because you ain't got nobody on this call. How many people you got on the call right now that are not supervisors? That's what you got to think about. It ain't about I'm getting on the call. How many people am I getting to the STS? How many people am I getting to LDW? How many people am I getting to be on the calls? That's my goal. I'm telling y'all, every call, I scroll through and I see who's on the call for my team. Y'all know who I always see? I always see Rachel first. Rachel always on the first page. I don't know how she always get on the first page, but she's like always on the first page. She's waiting on the call all the time. And then I see Rhonda pictures. It's never her video anymore. I don't know when Rhonda decided to not do video anymore, but it's always her avatar And yeah, LOL, I guess you just don't like to see your face anymore. But it's always Rhonda's picture. And then I see Mariah on there a lot more. And then, and I want just to let you guys know, I look. I'm not getting on the call for me because I've heard all this information time and time again. I'm looking to see who's going to take the commitment to get on the calls. I'm looking to see who's making a commitment to. That's what it is. You can talk to me all you want to about you want to be successful, but it's what are you doing? We're giving you guys literally every day. There's something for you to plug into. There's something for you to watch. There's something for you to learn from. So that is my tip is to just it's night and day. Here's the thing. Am I getting people to the events? No? Okay, I'm not going to be successful in this company. Here's the numbers again. You want to be active world team, you need 5 people, 5 to 10 people at every a monthly event. 5 to 10. If you want to be global expansion team, you need 20 people at the events. We're going to just say STS. If you want to be millionaire team, you need 50 people going to the events. And if you want to be president's team, bad enough to change your life forever, you got to have 100 going to the events. This is a visual for you. So think, I have nobody at the event. That's why I am where I am. Imagine having 10 people from your team, from your downline at an event, hearing that information. You don't have to do no teaching. Drag somebody. I've heard all kind of stories of people getting dragged to the events. I remember Brian Holyfield, you said he used to tell people, hey, you trying to kick it, I'm going to come pick you up. And then pick them up and drive them to the STS. And I'm there all day. You got to get people in the room. So, does anybody have anything before we get off here? I know my shoulders looking crazy. Looking like. Nobody has anything?
I don't really got anything. Just wanted to say this Wednesday call is about to be popping, so I do appreciate it. It's probably just going to be more of a focus. I'm just going to add it to our HOMs that we're going to start and just basically be like, look, we got some live, we got some, what do we call it, coaching 101 basically, like right off the bat. So this is going to be cool every Wednesday, and I feel like that's going to get more people interested, with having like this to plug into right away. So that this is going to be sweet.
Yep, that's the point. I'm making the business as easy as possible for everybody.
Yeah. You make a lot of stuff really easy for us. Like we actually had thought about like eventually doing like our own little Sunday calls, not like on our own, but just to make it a small group for when it was available for most of our team. And then we're thinking like, man, there's no reason for that because it's handed to us. Really, it's Sunday, it's Wednesday, it's Monday. So basically, we just sit there and let you keep feeding us, and we'll keep feeding everybody else.
Yeah, that's
easy does it.
Just get people to the spot. That's it.
Yeah.
That's your job. Just get somebody to the spot. Hey, see, I know you love it. I'm loving it too.
But yeah, that's all I had.
Cool. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate those things because this situation happened to me in Rhonda about a year and a half ago. And it's funny. She was the first person on the call today. She's like, it's back to me and you again. We're like joking because literally it was just me and Rhonda trying to figure out how to build a team 2 years ago. And now we're back at that area of the business to where we have to do that again. We have to acclimate something new to get the people fired up. So like Orlando said, from week to week, your goal is to get somebody on this call, somebody new, a new member, a new senior consultant, whatever it is, get somebody on the call. And if you're brand new, just keep coming and keep learning new information. Next week, we're going to learn about how team-wide we're going to be distributing these products. Guess what? We're going to learn how to all do the same thing. Because when you sign somebody up, you're going to want them to do the same thing. You want things to be duplicated 10 levels deep. And if they only see one thing from all of us, that's all they know to do. So that's what we're going to do. All right. I'm going to end recording.